sunshine. It's been...
Hi, it's Ann-Margaret here with you here today, and I want to chat with you some about journaling. As I've mentioned to you in some of my other videos, I love journaling. I love the thought of it. I love what it stands for, and I love what these beautiful books can hold. And I want to share with you, I'm just, if you could see my desk, which you might be able to because I'm not quite certain how this is looking at the moment, I have the biggest mess on my desk. I don't even know how this happened. Well, I do. It's because it's just all kinds of creativity going on in here, which is just what a studio is for. So that's awesome. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. But I cannot work like this. I have this little bitty spot that if I were to move a couple of things around, I would have one little bitty spot where I could paint, and that is not going to work. So I hope to get some painting done this afternoon, so I will have to do some tidying up. But first things first, I wanted to, again, chat with you a little bit about this. And in some of the other videos, I've mentioned to you that I wanted to talk with you about art journaling and why we do it, and what's the excitement about it? What is it, what does it mean to you? And one of the main things is kind of overcoming that hurdle that so many people have of, oh, I can't allow myself to do that. I don't have time to do that. I really should be doing laundry. I should be cooking. Oh, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. And I'm really a huge advocate on you really need to do some of these things for yourself, these things that bring you joy. And as you know, this year we are all about spreading and looking for and being messengers of Kaylee joy. That's right, Kaylee joy. Always have my bracelet on. Oh dear, sorry, ignore that. Always have my bracelet on in honor of my precious niece Kaylee. And many of you know that in early November we lost her. And so wearing this bracelet, when I came up with the idea for Kaylee joy, and you might remember it says, smile, let your light shine. So it's all about just extending grace to others. It's about, just really loving from the depths of our hearts and our souls and being kind and just embracing who we are, loving ourselves. We want to spread Kaylee joy, but we also want to hold on to some of that Kaylee joy for ourselves, because I truly believe that when you feel joy inside your heart, when you really let yourself hold on to it and experience and feel it, and you really have this beautiful joy blooming in your heart and in your soul, then that's when you're able to spread it and to share it and to give it to others and to let them see what it's really all about. And I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that that's what Kaylee was about. She was, and she didn't even have to try. She just was so full of love and compassion and this beautiful grace about her that it just came out naturally. And it can for all of us as well. But I really think that sometimes one of the biggest things that we have to combat is getting okay in our skin, allowing ourselves to feel happy, to experience things that bring us joy, to share those things with others, and just really being okay with who we are, and realizing that we're pretty special. You are really special. And so before you try to step out and take care and look after everybody else, I want you to do some things for you. Whether that's grabbing a coloring book and colored pencils and coloring, and just because that is true therapy. Art is therapy. Art heals. I promise you this. I'm living proof of that. It took me a little while, and sometimes it felt like a good long while, to really get back in the studio after we lost Kaylee. And because my mind just could not think, and I was so heartbroken, and I still am heartbroken. But I realized that I could find the joy in here, because I'm an artist, I'm a photographer, I'm a writer, and this is where, and in my office, this is where the magic happens. This is where this beauty blooms. And this is where my passion really comes to life, so that I can then share it with you. And so it took me some time, but I found my way back into the studio. And I knew that she would meet me here if I let myself come up those stairs and get busy and grab gelatos and paints and all those kinds of things. So she definitely has. And one of the things that she loved, and we love talking about, you've heard me say this before, was art journaling and just journaling, collaging, So a lot of times you'll see that called visual journaling, and I'll show you some things about that, and you've probably seen some photos of it. But one of the things I want to show you is Heidi Swapp has, beautiful line of scrapbooking products, and now, she has some paints and stencils and just all kinds of cute die cuts and ephemera and cute papers and all kinds of stuff. And so, I guess it was last year, I bought this adorable book that she has, and it did not come with this on there. But anyway, these are cute to put on there, so then when you're not working in them, you can, put the little stretchy thing around it to hold it. And, I just thought this was so cute. Okay, so there's this one. And then I was in love with the other one, too. So, this one. You see how it says, hello. And it's so cute. And they came with all the pages and everything inside of them. So you just, let me kind of show you here. So if you are a new person to planning or memory keeping or photo journaling, whatever you want to call it, goes by numerous names. This was some inside it. It has, like, maybe this would be a divider. And then she had cute things where you can put, 2 photos here, cute little small photos, and then what's going on. And then you also have these little flaps where you could put photos in, or cute journaling cards with phrases or quotes or something that you like. This you could keep as a list for things you need to do that month, or your gratitude list or something. On the back, actually, it says, thankful for, that was awesome, I probably should. So it already had some prompts on the back. And then here's a page where you could do art journaling on this. You could paint a picture. You could put other photos on it. And then here's the layout for the calendar. And then each week had a layout. And that, you could, okay. So you could, fill these things in. Okay, let me tell you, when I realized that our Michaels, we were living in Florida at the time, had these memory planners, I said, oh my gosh, I have to go right now because they will sell out. And I think they were on sale. They might not have been. I can't remember. Anyway, I just knew I had to have them. I don't think they were on sale. So I said, oh, John, don't you want to go to Michael's? And he's like, not really. Oh, but you want to ride with me? So we were very blessed. We only had Michael's was only like 10 minutes away. So he said, sure, I'll ride with you. Pick up something for dinner on the way back. I was like, yes. Cha-ching. I scored. So we went and got them. And I just had all these plans of I was going to fill these things out. And they were just going to be so awesome. And it just did not happen. And I continuously felt guilty because they are so adorable. And the other one, is in the color scheme of what you saw the front of it. And one of them was going to be for my business, for studio artwork and that kind of stuff, and ideas and thoughts and quotes and things I wanted to work on business-wise and with my art. And then the other one was going to be personal. And they did not get filled out. However, I will say that a couple of months did, and it was kind of random. And I don't know, I just kept looking at them, and I was like, well, they're just so awesome. And I have since read numerous women talking about on their blogs or Instagram or something that now they are pulling out their Heidi Swapp planner, and now they're going to use it in such and such way. So I am not alone in this, buying something fabulous and then not putting it to good use. So anyway, I just love books, journals that have all this good stuff in them, that just have these John always laughs at me because he's like, why aren't you keeping up with your calendar and that kind of stuff on your phone? On my phone or my iPad, I don't want to do that. No, I'm a paper girl, I'm an artist and I like to feel paper. I love ephemera and cute photos and adding in tip-ins and cute pages, and I want to write in colorful pens and all this kind of stuff, preferably pink. And he's just like, okay, whatever. And so I told him one day about the whole planner community. And he's like, what in the world are you talking about? I said, some women have 8 planners. He's like, that's enough. Stop right there. So I'm going to talk to you about the whole stuff, the planner and the journaling, that kind of thing, because I don't really think he gets it. But anyway, that's okay. So let me tell you what I decided to do with this. And I don't know. I think it's so cute. And but I am behind, so I don't know how this great is going to work. But anyway, I'm going to stick to it so all along I can show you what I've done with it. So this book, I decided it's, and again, if you're into planning and that kind of thing, then you know about this. You can put cute little pockets in here. Pockets are so cute. So, And just look, this is about 6 by 8. 6 by 9 is the binder, whatever, but my pages are 6 by 8. So I was distressed because what happened is since I had used some of the month's pages, then I didn't have all of them, to start working in here. And the goal of this now, instead of it being like a planner to keep up with appointments or things to do or something like that, that's not what this is going to be used for. It's going to be where each day I'll write a little something about that day, maybe at the end of the day, what was my favorite part of the day, or what was a really good memory from that day, or gratitude or something like that. And then these pages I can put a photo, a little quote, or a photo from the day and tell what was going on or something Cooper was up to. So that's what these are going to be used for. This is going to be used for. So anyway, and in here you will see I have all these little cards. I'm going to come back to that and show you about those. This is a little folder that I just cut and made myself and put in here. How cute is that? And then these were photos that were from our yard in Florida, the camellias. I love them and I do miss them so. And so I might want to use these photos, in one of the days and, talk about how I love flowers or spring is coming or whatever. So I can just tuck this in here. I could be on the go or something and I'd have some things to use, and also the journaling cards would be in here and be ready. And this, let me just tell you. Okay, I have to take this out so I can show you. So I have my granny sewing machine. And I can remember standing beside her when I was a little girl. And she would, show me everything that she was doing. And one day you're going to be able to sew. And I was mesmerized at how she could just, have these pins in the fabric. And she's zipping the fabric through. And then she's whipping the pins out as she gets to the place. And just going, and everything. It just seemed like it was the most amazing thing to me, how fast she could do this. And she could make pants and shirts and curtains and all kinds of things. So I was just so amazed and loved standing beside her, and her machine is a true treasure to me. So I just look at it, and her photo, actually, I have this beautiful canvas of her from one of her birthdays, and it's over the machine. I'll have to show you that one day. But I just, I look up at her sometimes when I have sat there and tried to work that machine, and I'm like, Granny, I know you are laughing because this looks really simple, but so I was really frustrated because what kept happening is if I was trying to sew something, it would go for a little while, and I'm all excited that I'm making progress, and then all of a sudden it just jams up, and the string is just knotted and awful. It is just a huge knot, and I have to try to pull it out, and so then I would get frustrated and think, well, this is just not going to happen. So anyway, my mom had mentioned to me, she said, I think you have the tension too tight. And I said, oh, okay. So I think she had mentioned that before. But long story short, we talked about it. I was on the phone. She was on the phone. We chatted about it some. And so then I was really excited about it. And I said, I think I can make this work now and it won't get knotted up. So, of course, John, one day when he saw it, when I first got the machine, he said, oh, so if I need a pair of pants hemmed or something like that, you would be able to do that, right? I said, no. I just want to sew on paper. And I would like to be able to sew some material for different projects, different art things that I'm working on. But, no. And believe me, I don't think I'll ever be good enough to hem any pants. So, and then when he saw me getting rather frustrated and talking to the machine one day, he was like, I get it. It's not going to happen. But paper, yes. So how cute is this? And I just happen to have these little things. This was a little photo that I had done and I said, today, tomorrow, and always, my heart sings songs of gratitude to you, dear Lord. Because I just love that cute little birdie that I captured on the birdhouse one day. And so here's this little bird. And these things could be put on pages in this cute memory planner. But how cute is this? So see, little pocket. And this is also so cute that you could do this. So just take scrapbooking paper. And this would be adorable to send to somebody, especially if they are into planning or putting cute things in their calendar or whatever. Or goodness, I mean, this would just be cute to, send to somebody, and they could just put in their office somewhere, remember that you were thinking about them. So that is just so cute. And I'm just so excited that I was able to make the machine work. That's the best part. Okay, so let's put this back in here. Then Other things that you can do if you are keeping a little, and you don't have to have the Heidi Swap binder. I just had this, like I said, I felt really frustrated that I had not done something beautiful with this book, and it was just sitting on a shelf. So, but you could absolutely get a binder this size. They're about 6 by 8. They have them at Michael's, AC Moore, different places like that. You can order them on Amazon. And can you believe this? But at Michael's the other day, I happened to find them. They were, I forget which collection they're from. They were on clearance, and they were back there jumbled up with all this stuff. They were $1.99. They had been regular $14.99 for $1.99. I couldn't resist it. Okay, so anyway, if you were doing something like this, you could, and this was just really random. One day I just grabbed a leftover piece of paper I had, printed out one of my cute birdies, and put them on there, you know, scribble something around it. Sweet, simple, precious beauty. Just cute. And so it could, you know, it could work as a little divider. It's just a little something cute to put in your planner. Other things that I have done, this was just kind of a happy accident. Happy, see? These flowers, I was going to print them off, had lined them up, was going to, had them in Photoshop, was going to print them off and use them in some of my artwork. And then when it came out of the printer, I said, oh my gosh, that is so cute. That's like a little divider that is just perfect, just as a little, you know, something. And you could also put a gratitude list on the back of this. Would be really cute to go in here. So, and then a couple of the other pages I put in here. I just kind of did one of my, hope you can see this, one of my girls, the Kaylee Joy girl that I really love so. And so I just printed that off, made it the size to fit in here. And then this was a page actually I had done back when I first got the binder, the little planner. And this is Granny Birdie and Grand Dudley Birdie. And I have one of those Instax printers, which is just so cute. These little Polaroids that they print out. So they are perfect for things like this. And so then I have not really done much with that. And I also decided I would create my own calendars for this because there are no refill calendars to purchase for this. So what I did is, since I was going to have to, I think for most months I'll be able to use the one that was in there, but on the back of it starts the first of the first week. And so I didn't want that to be in there because that's not what I'm using, since I had already used some of those up. So I just put a cute piece of cardstock. I did a little stitching on it, which I'm proud of. I just put a cute piece of cardstock in there, and then I can draw a girl on it or write a cute phrase or something like that. This is just a way that you can kind of jazz up your planners and put cute journaling cards like I was telling you about before. So how cute is that? It's kind of like fun afternoon on the dock. I could write something about that day. We went and sat out in the sun on the dock. It was a pretty weekend. And then got my cute pink shoes on. And, you know, so it just kind of, I like the way that I put that in there like that. And then this page I actually created myself. And I will use this as my weekly pages. So instead of using the ones that came with the binder, because I had used some of those, I printed and did it on the front and back. So when you turn it over, and what I'll do is I'll just put a cute picture here, I might put it there, and I'll do my writing, and I can, you know, write about different things for each day of the week. And then I'll add in other, you know, cute dividers and things like that. So, because here's what, let me show you what you can do. And if I do all the things that I want to do, well, you know how that is, right? Okay, so here are these cute little photos that I printed off. These are some of my tulips that were blooming. And so I could just put that right there, put it in real cute with some washi tape, and then just put, oh, you know, bought these at the grocery store when I was out and about and had such fun watching them bloom. Beautiful shades of pink. Tulip, my favorite flowers. So you can journal like that. And I know some people will say, well, why in the world am I going to make this memory planner? Like, what am I going to do with that? Who cares, you know? Listen, let me tell you. Okay? Before I get to that, though, here are these cute, cute, cute journaling cards. Now, I will tell you, see, they just come in all these cute little sizes, like this. And some I have purchased that are, you know, the little cards that are all ready. There is also the Project Life app, which I do not do. Project Life, have not ever been into that or gotten into it. But I do love the app. that is on my phone and my iPad because they have the cutest little cards. And so these journaling cards, you can make your layout, and then I like to print them out and cut them up, and then I can use the adorable photos, you see? So I can print them out, and then these photos are just perfect sizes to put in these little memory planners. And so why am I doing this? I'm glad you asked. You know what? I came to the conclusion a long time ago, because at first I thought, yeah, I felt guilty about it, like I was saying earlier. Why am I doing that? You know, I should be doing something else, and I got to do stuff with my business and all of this. But inspiration blossoms from this, and also joy does. And it makes my heart kind of happy, to be quite honest with you, to look back and to see the memories that I have kept, what I was doing, you know, a week ago, a month ago. It makes my heart smile. So I'm all about your heart smiling. So I do it because I like it and I enjoy it. And I'm not worried about if somebody else is going to see it. And that's one of the biggest things too, is for some people, they are concerned, oh, well, gosh, you know, I wouldn't want anybody to see it. Like maybe I want to write down things of what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking, and I wouldn't want anybody to see that. Then do that. That is awesome. Nobody has to see it, because you know what? It's your book. And whether it's this or it's an art journal, whatever it is, it's yours. And if you want to share it with somebody, that's awesome. If you want to share, you know, some of your techniques, or share with a friend kind of how you set yours up, and she might get interested in doing that, that is awesome. But you don't have to. It's yours. And let me tell you this. Here's another one of those reasons that makes my heart smile. As I was looking through these and thinking about, I'm going to pull these Heidi Swap planners out, and I'm going to, you know, plan them. I'm going to use them for something else. I came across this, and I put a cute little thing on there. It says, chatted with Kaylee, and it has a heart beside it, and it says, love that. So that means love that girly. And then underneath it, I said, I love that she is enjoying art journaling. And so what that told me was, on that Friday, 2015, I was sitting out by the bay out in our neighborhood, and I was talking with her on the phone, and we were talking about art journaling. And so when I came across this late one night in my studio, I just looked at that, and even though I miss her incredibly, it just made my heart smile, because it took me back to that day. And I absolutely don't ever want to forget how her voice sounded, the things that she would say, the little comments that she would make, the cute phrases she might use, or how she would talk to me. I don't ever want to forget that. And so that's one reason why art journaling and keeping our memories can be so important. You see, I don't care if anybody else ever sees that, because that night, late one night in my studio, when I happened to come across this and I'd forgotten about it, it made my heart smile, because I could remember what we were talking about that day. I could remember it started raining, and she goes, oh my gosh, you better get out, you know, go get the umbrella, you got to get out, you're going to get wet, and don't you have your camera? Don't get your camera wet. And I can just remember that conversation with her. So as I was debating about pulling these books out and working on them and spending time in them and putting photos and quotes and heart thoughts and things like that in them, and thinking, sometimes, again, battling with myself, oh, should I do that? Should I take the time to do that? I felt like this was a message from Kaylee. And she said, yes, Ann-Margaret, take the time to do that, because you will write down things that will be treasured memories, and they will make your heart smile late one night when you need it most. So I encourage you to do that. Do it for you. Tell me what makes your heart smile. What kind of memories you don't have to tell me, but if you want to in the comments, share with me. Can you think of things that you would love to put in your journal, and memories or thoughts, conversation with your mom, going for cupcakes with your sister? Write about it. Make a little picture of it, or do a little sketch. I promise you, those memories, even if you look at them a month later or a year later, they are sure to make your heart smile. Stay tuned. We'll have more videos, and we'll be talking more about art journaling, actually sketching and paint to paper and creating some things like that that you might have fun doing. Thanks for stopping by. And remember, spread Kaylee joy.
Hello, sunshine.